Welcome to Heavy Haul Harvesters. From the timber yard to treacherous forest roads, every journey is a battle against nature. Advanced machinery grips massive logs, but as tires sink into mud and cliffs loom close, every mistake carries a deadly cost. This is where human grit and machine strength are pushed to their limits. Ready for the challenge? This is Heavy Haul Harvesters. Under an overcast sky, the red truck roared to life, its engine echoing across the desolate roads. With its massive frame and bold red paint standing out against the muted light, the truck powered through rough, muddy paths. Gray clouds blanketed the sky, and the damp air carried the weight of recent rain. The truck's enormous tires crushed the wet ground, spraying mud as they spun against slippery inclines. Reaching the edge of the forest, the truck came to a halt, its engine rumbling to a low hum. Fallen logs lay scattered like remnants of ancient giants, surrounded by the untamed wilderness. The truck's task was clear. The hydraulic system at the rear extended gracefully, revealing a towering steel claw that moved with precision and power. With a low mechanical growl, the claw descended, gripping a massive log effortlessly. Inside the cabin, the operator skillfully controlled the machine, every movement smooth as the log was lifted and carefully placed into the truck's bed. One by one, the logs were loaded, each heavy piece a fragment of the forest transformed by man and machine. The truck's red paint stood out sharply against the gray, a beacon of power in the subdued landscape. With its task complete, the truck roared back to life, tires grinding into the muddy road. Under the gloomy sky, it pressed onward, carrying its precious cargo, ready to face the next stretch of the journey. The red truck roared to life as it began its long journey, its wheels crunching over the rugged, uneven dirt roads. The engine hummed with power, pushing the truck through the mud and up steep inclines. With every mile, the weight of the logs in its bed seemed to grow heavier, but the truck pressed on, determined to reach its destination, the warehouse that awaited the precious cargo. Despite the rain-soaked roads, the truck never slowed down. Each turn, each bump in the road, was met with unwavering strength as the truck continued its journey toward the warehouse. When the truck finally reached its destination, it pulled to a stop with a deep sigh of relief from the engine. The tailgate dropped, and the first of many massive mechanical arms inside the warehouse swung into action. These powerful arms grabbed the logs, lifting them with ease and precision, able to lift up to 10 logs at a time. The work was fast, efficient, and impressive. With every lift, the logs were moved swiftly into the warehouse, making room for the next load. The truck's task was nearly complete, but it wasn't over yet. Once the logs were offloaded, the red truck didn't rest. It had already completed one leg of the journey, but now it had to begin the cycle again. Without hesitation, the truck shifted gears, turned around, and headed back toward the forest, where more logs awaited. The journey was never truly over. The truck's mission was clear: collect the logs, deliver them to the warehouse, and return to gather more. The truck powered through the treacherous roads again, its tires biting into the slick terrain. Rain, mud, or rough patches of road couldn't stop it. The truck's engine roared with relentless energy, propelling it forward no matter how harsh the conditions. Each trip back to the forest was just as challenging as the last, but the truck never faltered. It was built for this, built to carry the heavy load and transport it back, time and time again. As it returned to the warehouse with a fresh load of logs, the cycle began anew. Amidst towering peaks and dense, damp forests, the heavy-duty trucks hauling timber are like warriors that never tire. The engines roar as each wheel grips the muddy paths, climbing steep hills and plowing through rough, bumpy roads. Every twist, every treacherous incline presents a challenge, but nothing can stop these trucks. They're not just transporting wood, they're heroes on a journey to conquer nature's harshest forces. Leaves are swept up in gusts of wind, as the trucks charge through vast, endless forests. The roads resemble turbulent waves, full of potholes and deep mud that sometimes causes the wheels to sink. Yet the trucks never yield. The engines thunder like rolling thunder, and the vehicles power through the terrain, scaling lofty peaks, navigating the wet, rain-soaked roads. In the damp, thick air of the forest, the trucks seem to cling to every inch of the land, bravely battling the mud and dust. Every log loaded onto their beds is a part of an unrelenting mission, bringing precious resources to where they are needed. Each journey is a continuous effort, a battle between man and nature, technology and the raw forces of the earth. As the trucks ascend into the highlands, where colossal mountains cast their shadows over the winding, rugged paths, the work grows even more grueling. The heavy logs sway in the truck beds, challenging their own weight. The wheels dig deep into the earth, sliding through thick mud, climbing hills and weaving through dense underbrush. The engine's roar is steady, powerful, a constant rhythm in the relentless fight against nature.